Thousands of people have hit thousands of pressurized cement silos hundreds of thousands of times, and nothing has happened. Take a look at the bulk silos in most of the oil fields of the world. What they don't realize is that if conditions are just right, hammering on a silo will cause an imperfection in the steel already under stress. Hammering is like scratching or scoring a piece of glass. Makes it easy to break. If you hammer on the weakened spot or imperfection in steel under stress, then you're really teasing the tiger. People who hammer on pressurized tanks have lost respect for air pressure. They're extremely careless, and they are teasing the tiger. And once they start treating the tiger casually, they risk everything. Here's what happens. Sometimes hatch covers or valves or connections start leaking under pressure. It causes problems and delays to stop the entire operation and repair leaks. So people who don't respect the power of the tiger may do something very dangerous, hit something under pressure. For example, there is, of course, no pressure in the tank. Once in Argentina, a man noticed air was leaking from just such a hatch cover. He climbed to the top of the pressurized silo to tighten the wing nuts. As he hit the first blow, a bolt broke. The increased stress then broke the remaining bolts. The silo was under about 35 psi air pressure, meaning the total push on the hatch cover was about 24,500 pounds, since the hatch cover had an area of about 700 square inches. Unfortunately, that hatch cover flew open and hit the man in the head with a force of over 10 tons. We don't like to think about it, but the man died a terrible death. Other accidents have occurred when people did not give the tiger the respect he deserves. There weren't any cameras on site to record an accident in Nigeria, so we'll try to recreate it for you. He had decided to open a hatch cover on the pressure silo. He thought the pressure had been bled off, but a line was plugged and there was still some pressure in the silo. Not much, only a few psi, but still a small amount of pressure. When he loosened the last hatch on the cover, in this demonstration, air pressure inside the silo was 4 psi, only 4 pounds per square inch. Take another look in slow motion. Look what those 4 pounds per square inch did to this mannequin. In the accident in Nigeria, the man was not killed. He did suffer numerous broken bones and internal injuries, and he spent agonizing weeks recovering after an emergency evacuation flight to Europe. But he did live. Others have not been so lucky. An accident in the Middle East involved a silo with an estimated 3 psi trapped inside. When the hatch cover struck a man a glancing blow on the head, he suffered permanent brain damage. Somehow, the tiger, air pressure, had not been treated with respect. Just what should you do to avoid teasing the invisible tiger? Let's ask Al King, the skydiving instructor, what he and his students do.
Maintaining the canopy in proper condition and working order is obviously absolutely necessary. If we don't, we end up exposing ourselves to unnecessary risk and possible death.
Before each jump, they also check their altimeters, the small gauge they carry on their chests. This instrument tells them how high they are above ground level, or to put it another way, how close they are to the ground that they're approaching at over 120 miles an hour.
In order to ensure that our altimeters are reading accurately, we will compare it with the other altimeters the other skydivers are wearing, or of course, the aircraft altimeter. Of course, if we feel that there is any problem with our altimeter, we will send it to the manufacturer, who can clean it change parts if necessary, and check its accuracy in a barometric wind tunnel.
Al King is a professional, as are the astronauts who pilot